Oh. Okay. It's time to stop painting. Well, boy is definitely Verso. Or intended on being Verso, anyway. I'm about 99% sure.
You're tired of painting, aren't you? I'm tired too.
That's... You shouldn't be able to be here.
Vermont's gift.
Why did you run in? It's dangerous for you here.
See things as they are, not how you want them to be.
What?
You lied to your father.
No.
He saw it too. But he wanted to believe. You're going to die here. Why don't you just leave? You can always come back.
The moment I leave, Papa will erase this canvas.
This is not worth your life.
What life? My life of loneliness in a shell of a body, with no voice and no future.
You're Maelle. No matter where you are, you don't need this canvas.
But everything I want is here. Here I have a chance to live, Verso, to live. Up there I merely exist.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Stop quoting Papa!
It's time to stop painting.
Verso! Papa also said, hold on to each other.
Old friend, you've traveled miles, spinning in circles. Your blind eyes on the dial, stripping
I'm sorry.
out
No.
colors.
Oh, Verso, don't make me do this. Decide the fate of the canvas. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I don't want to do this. If we fight as Verso, the canvas gets destroyed. If we fight as Maelle, it stays. But so does Maelle. I can see this from both sides. Verso wants Maelle, his sister, to live outside a fictional world. But Maelle wants to live. She doesn't want to just exist. I'm sorry, Verso. I have to.
Verso, stop! You can't just decide this for everyone!
We're all hypocrites, doing the same thing to each other.
That's a...
Prepare for annihilation. What about Lune and Ciel and Monoko? What about Esquier?
Ciel was right. Grief blinds us. All you see are walls.
Prepare for annihilation.
Our drafts collide.
Thank you. Stop him from painting.
Say that. Please.
Please, listen to me. Only you can do this. You can do this, please. Unpaint me. Unpaint me. Please. I don't want this life.
Stop saying
I
that.
don't want this life. I don't want this life.
I just wanted to live this lifetime together. This lifetime that was stolen from us. Please. Bro. Please.
I don't want this life. Help me. Help me.
If you could grow old, would you find a reason to smile?
Wow, Act 3 is short. Oh. Oh. And that's it. That's the end. God damn, what a good fucking game. Oh. And it's like, was that even the good ending? Or was that the bad ending? That's kind of left up to interpretation. God, this game is so good. Like, right from the fucking outset. It presented a honestly rather simple premise. You know, a world that people don't live past 30, I think it was like 32. And yet, at the same time, they still strove to overcome essentially what was forced upon them. Sending out expedition after expedition to try and stop someone who ultimately was actually trying to save them. The Gamage was not being brought about by the Paintress, but rather the Curator. Which, when you think about it, looking back on it with everything we know about the game now, really that should have been obvious. I mean, just think about what they're actually called, right? The Paintress. She's not going to be erasing the paintings. She's going to be creating the paintings. But the Curator, a Curator, their job is essentially to remove imperfections, right? Let me pull up the exact definition of what a curator is, right? So a curator is someone who manages or oversees as the administrative director of like a museum collection or a library. One who has the care and superintendence of anything as of a museum, a custodian, or a keeper. And one appointed to act as a guardian of the estate of a person not legally competent to manage it, or of an absentee, a trustee, or a guardian. Right? That is precisely what he was. He was a guardian right from the outset. The first time we encounter him, it's because he took Maelle to the manor, which is the place she lived outside of the painting, and he served as her protector, right? Even before we left, granted, it also served as like kind of a combat tutorial for how Maelle herself works, but he made sure she could fight adequately before allowing her to leave the manor. It also explains, right, how the curator managed to keep her safe. And with Renoir being trapped under the monolith, it also explains why the wave or whatever that caused the Gamage to happen came from the monolith. That's where he was trapped. But then there's the question, I guess, of why the Renoir that the painteress, Aline, painted, why was he so hostile towards all the expeditions? Why would they not tell them what is happening, right? I mean, on one hand, you have expeditions like Expedition 60, who got there and realized what was happening, right? And he was going to come back to Lumire to tell everyone about like what is happening and why, or who the paintress really was. Man. That is just... Ah, chef's kiss for this game. Truly one of the greatest games of this year. And I would say of all time. Oh. Oh man, hang on. I gotta... Starting a Verso. I've gotta load this game. I've gotta see what happens. Renoir has been defeated, but there are other secrets yet to be uncovered. Alright, well, as I said, there are still secrets that need to be uncovered. There are a lot of other things that I gotta get doing, gotta get done in this game before I call it an official wrap. But as far as the story is concerned, oh, and I can just immediately go to New Game Plus. As far as the story is concerned, I mean, this is everything, right? So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the Win Corner. If you watched the entire series, let me know what your favorite part was. And as always, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike, leave a comment, let me know why. And I'll see you next time.